You're still watching Newsday. Thank you for staying with us. The fight against drug abuse in Nigeria has gained momentum with the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, spearheading several initiatives to curb the growing epidemic. NDLEA Chairman Buba Marwa has recently proposed mandatory drug tests for groups such as National Youth Service Corps members, students, and politicians. This proposal comes as part of a broader strategy to tackle the widespread use of illicit substances and enhance public safety. The measure aims to address the rising demand for narcotics while promoting early detection and rehabilitation efforts across the nation. Arise News analyst Mr. Sobowale joins us now to unpack the implication of this initiative and its potential impact on Nigerian society. Thank you for joining us. Good afternoon, Mr. Sobowale.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Yes,
now, this isn't the first time we'll be hearing from Mr. Marwa calling for drug tests. In fact, he called for a drug test on every Nigerian. That was in 2021, saying that it will help them provide treatment and rehabilitation to those who need assistance. Do you see this as an effective strategy in tackling, drug abuse in Nigeria? We've seen other strategies like the War Against Drug Abuse, WADA, by the NDLEA under President Muhammadu Buhari. Do you see this as an effective way, calling for drug tests on couples and also on core members? Do you see it as an effective way to tackle drug abuse?
It's a proposal, and he has been doing it, and that's his job anyway, director of NDLEA. But you see, I don't mind them giving drug tests to parliamentarians, public officials who misbehave, and there are many of them, like the one that closed down Lagos the other time, doing drug tests. But you see, I take exception to administering drug tests on youth corpers. It's an insult to the concept of youth corps and the idea of university education. See, people don't go to university to acquire hemp habits. Most people in the university system have never seen whatever it is they call them. See, I can speak for myself. I've never seen what they call Igbo hemp. I've never seen it. And I'm over 70. When I was in university, I did not see it. So for you now to wake up, I say, all coppers, it's an insult to a university system. And that is what interests me most in all of this. Because the youth copper is somebody doing national service. It's making a sacrifice.
That's right.
And it should be encouraged. Not have their image tarnished just before they take off. So let them leave the youth corpers out of it. Let them, if they can, go to National Assembly and administer drug tests, or go to anywhere they want to. It is a menace in the society. And if they want to really fight the drug issue, let them act like Trump. All this is Trump is doing, closing border, is because of fentanyl. And he's even fighting those who are his cousins, like Mexico and Canada. The three of them are hosting the World Cup. They are hosting the Olympics. Whereas they are declared war on them. But that's the man that means business. Please leave the coppers out of it. Don't tarnish the reputation of our university system. And let's discuss further.
Well said, Mr. Sobowale. I certainly appreciate the angle and how specific you got with the with respecting our youth corps members. Now, some are alleging that the nature of this proposal is strictly for headline-grabbing purposes. That is subject to interpretation. But I want to ask further, probe further on what you just mentioned about if they are serious about their war on drugs, then they should borrow a leaf from President Trump with what he's administering there. How would you advise that it be replicated in the Nigerian context? Because of course we know context is key. Would the approach be, is it transferable as it is, or would we need to make some adjustments if we want to take that approach?
Nigeria is different from the US.
Of course.
But you know how many problems now is insecurity?
Yeah, that's right.
David Mark spoke the other day and asked for a border body to be established so that you know the sort of people entering our country. These are the people who are kidnappers, who are drug traffickers, who are woman traffickers. So we should police our borders and set in place what David Mark has suggested. If you know those who are coming in, you know how to monitor them. Then we know how to control those who are already inside. NDLEA is doing a good job, no doubt about it. But you see, aside from drugs, human trafficking is even taking a more sinister turn of events and having a greater menace, because you are talking of young women being at the early part of their life. Government should do something about that. But you see, on the issue of fighting drugs, see, if you see people who behave aberrantly and unexpectedly so, and they inflict pain on society, such people should face drug tests. It should be routine. It should be routine. You are always asking, what do they do to people who do this and that? Let them take drug tests. You remember what Fasola did the other time to those who take one way? Said they should go to asylum to be tested. That's right. We have lived that stage. We have when people do things that cost society a lot and destroy social goods. Such people should be called to order and be made to face a deterrent test like this. It can be a deterrent if people know that you frequently take drug tests and you are asked to go to asylum to be reporting because of your driving. You sit up and society will be safer.
Well, Mr. Sobowale, you have echoed NAN's position on the fact that they need to extend the proposed mandatory drug test to political office holders and aspirants. But one point I must ask you questions on is the fact that they have supported their claims or their need to, do this drug test on NYSC corps members as a need for early detection, saying that there's a statistics here that says 1 in 7 Nigerians between the ages of 15 and 64 uses drugs, and that they are trying to look at a way to capture or to detect this drug abuse issue and get help for the youth before
you are echoing their viewpoint. I'm here to tell you that I disagree totally with it. If you say even 7 out of 10, so if you want to do the test, must you pick on youth corpers?
Perhaps that's when you talk about
it's even more dangerous.
Demographic.
Your conclusion is even more dangerous. You see, you are tarnishing the image of the youth corper before you have even started life. If you say 1 in 7 Nigerians are taking drugs, yes, but you know it's not as rampant as that. This is not this open society. We know those who take hemp, those who are layabouts, people avoid them. You get me? But it's the people who commercialize it that they should pursue. Those are the people Trump is pursuing and stopping from entering his country. And if they are entered, he's dragging them out of the place. Government should play a key role in that. The NYSC is minuscule, and somebody is like making the NYSC a scapegoat. I don't like it.
Also, Mr. Sobowale. Now, to an extent, let's just. I know you disagree with it, and I definitely I concur with your.
You have to conform.
Well, it's okay. All right, no problem.
Yeah.
Let's just use possibilities. In the event that they identified some individuals who tested positive for such drugs, how prepared is Nigeria when it comes to the adequate treatment infrastructure, or are we just trying to create? Yes. Are we fully prepared for that? Do we have the adequate facilities that would help to get such individuals out of the situation?
If such is the plan, I will assume they will put such facilities in place. But you are speculating now. Look, let us nip this in the bud. That is what I'm trying to tell you. That the university system is not a recruitment area for drug people.
Oh no, Mr. Sobowale, just to be
drug
clear.
Addiction.
Pardon me,
it is a wrong catchment area to go to.
No, I'm not even trying to take the focus off the university students and saying if the focus shifts to those who actually fall in that category, do we have the facilities to actually assist these individuals, or this is just another case of trying to create a new class of citizens that might be excluded?
Look, I will assume if government decides to follow what they are doing, they should know they should make such rehabilitation centers available. but you don't turn the. I mean, you do even polygraph tests. If they do lie tests, some people fail them out of panic.
That's right.
And they say the test will say they are guilty when they are really not guilty. They have redone it several times. So the test, to me, should be a deterrent, a sort of stigma to stop people from doing certain acts. You get me? Not a rehabilitation issue. That is if they must do it. But like I said, I still repeat, young Nigerians making sacrifices, being posted. I was posted from Lagos to Maiduguri now. And you know how you pray to God to survive for that 1 year. And then they say, he has failed the drug. Even if they fail the drug test, I'm talking of the youth corps. You know that has tarnished the reputation of that person? Yeah. And nobody will care to listen. You know, you people went to university. If you know somebody has a reputation of being an empathic, everybody, you avoid such people. There are more students in the university who have never seen drugs in their life and who will never contemplate it than those who are on the fringes. So if you want to rehabilitate, yes, but mind the reputation of the youth corps and the sense of patriotism for somebody setting out in life to serve the country. Yes.
All right. Okay, Mr. Sobowale, just about 45 seconds. If you could trace the motive, you know, initially I did say that this was probably a headline-grabbing proposal.
I agree with that.
That's your side with that?
I agree with that. But you see, I think it's lack of respect for the university system that prompts that sort of suggestion. I serve, and I know what it means. And the NUC, I will expect the NUC to take objection to that.
But Mr. Sobowale, I hope you are not saying there are no drug peddlers in the universities. Because even in the primary institutions, there are issues of drug abuse.
Yeah. I said there are more people in the universities who have never had or seen drugs.
Well, we don't have statistics for that.
Or did you get your own statistics?
I got it from NDLEA.
Which NDLEA?
They release the statistics.
These statistics. The thing we read today. Look,
all right, we have to go.
It's not cast in stone, and I disagree with the statistics.
Okay. You are allowed to.
You are allowed to
definitely express your opinion, Mr. Sobowale, Arise News analyst. Thank you so much for your time on the show.